Hi friends, a very good morning to one and all. Uh, previous videos I have already seen, and my name is SatyaSai, and I have 4 years of experience in IT. And today I want to discuss a continuation video of OOPS concept. And hope in previous video I have explained you the basics and what the OOPS concept is. Now I am going to present you detail about the OOPS concept, and with an examples I want to present here. I want to present to you the OOPS concept. Yeah, we all know the OOPS concepts are very important, and it is definitely a brain to the Java languages or any other languages. OOPS concept is a brain. That means without this, it won't act. It won't give actions. So the brain of the Java is the OOPS concept. I can say, and we will go definitely, and hope everyone knows the basic concept of hello world of Java. Just we will go into for an example which is available in Java T point, and everyone knows Java T point and T point. Just a hello world program I would like to show is public class. You will declare class name with a capital letter and followed by a capital letter if you have the word combination. Hello world is first letter of the hello is H, is must be capital, and next word is another word, it must be a capital, and we follow the sum of the syntax for creating the class. It must be how the class name must start with the capital letter, and while creating the class we must declare the keyword with the class. And if you have any access modifiers like public, private, protected, those things we need to specify. And also we need to have the block with the closed and open braces to declare the class. To run the class we must have the main class, so I have included main class. And as a programming language of Java, we must know the basic syntax of how to run a Java program. A Java program can be run by public static void main string arguments args. With the help of this main method only we can able to run the simple Java program, and I will execute, and I'm just printing the hello world as a string with the help of this Java program, and I'm just executing it, and we will let you know. And it is a hello world is printed, and how it is going to internally running also we have shown here is Java C hello world Java. Just I am compiling the whatever the written, and is the compilation is done. After compiling I am just giving a specifying a memory. If I want to divide max memory and min memory, I have specified for my program. Within that memory only it will be executed. That means Java, just if you give the Java hello world, it will execute with the with the extra memory also. But I, with the help of minus x mx and minus x mx 16m, I am able to uh, moderate with the minimum memory, and we are executed, and the hello world is printed. This is the simple hello world Java program which we have seen. This is the simple hello world Java program. Next, coming to basics is core. Some of the core concepts which I have explained in the previous video, I'm going to explain with the examples. Is the class. I already showed that the class, how to declare public class, my class, and some coding test inside the block. And this is the which is a class. That means the class is a group of similar entities, in the sense if I have the similar entities in the class, I will declare is called a class. That means I can declare a different methods with the integers, or it in the float, or any type of data types I can declare in the class. So which are the similar entities I can declare. So it is called a class. My class is a class, and it's the logical component and not the physical entity. Physically it won't display, a class won't display physically, it won't take the memory, but by creating the object it will take the memory. That's why it is called a logical component. Logically we will declare, that's why it is called class. Next, coming to an object. An object is defined as an instance of a class or a blueprint of a class. That means as it is the how the class is designed, as it is the class as it is the class will display the same properties with the object. So object is called as a blueprint of a class. And also we can have the multiple instance of a class in the program with the help of the object. And of the object contains both the data and the functional logic and the operators of the data, which have the class we declare. Everything the object also will contains. That is the object. And here is the simple demo I would like to show you. Here is the simple demo I will to show you. Here is the my class example, and in 5 I have given here. And if we have the public static void, main method is the method which acquires the properties, and I have just created my object for my class, and I just printed my object or text variable, which I have the variable of the similar integer value, and I am just printing here. And it shows the class object is the blueprint of a class, and a class is declared as the similar properties or the similar entities, and is a logical block which it specifies with an example. Next, coming to now object and class are completed. Next, coming to inheritance. In Inheritance is also an OOPS concept in which the one object acquires properties and behaviors of the parent objects, which I have told, and I would like to also add some of the properties, and also with the example demo. First, we will see the point by point what inheritance is doing. Inheritance is an object, is a OOPS concept in which one object acquires the properties and behaves of the parent object. That means if you have the parent object, whatever the parent object has the acquired properties and behaviors, we can get the details within a single object. Is called its concept is called as inheritance. It also creates a parent-child relationship between the two classes. Yes, if you have the class as a parent, and if you are extending the parent class into the child class, and it's really showing the parent and child relationship between the two classes. And also it offers the robust and natural mechanism for organizing and structuring of any software. Yes. But because of this, I need not to call the two classes and parent and child classes if I want to utilize anyone, or I need not to declare the same parent class properties or behaviors in the same child class, that can be avoided with this mechanism. So that if I declare whatever the required properties or behaviors common to the parent class, same things I can also utilize in the child class. That is the main advantage and main mechanism, or the organizing and the structuring of any software with the help of inheritance. Next, this is the overall behavior overall. Any language, if you are using the inheritance, is the same concept. Mainly Java, what the inheritance plays a role. I have written some of the points together, and I want to explain it. One is what inheritance is doing in Java. That means a class means that this child class can be extended to another class, extended from the another class called parent class by inheriting its features, which commonly we discuss. It is a common thing that with the help of an extend keyword we will acquire the parent class in features to the child class with the help of extend keys. Next, coming to implementation of a try means don't repeat yourself programming principles. It's a very straightforward mechanism followed by inheritance, because whatever we declare in the parent class, same properties or behaviors are not declared in the child class, but we are extending the parent class and acquiring the same features into the child class. That is the direct. We are not repeating the any program. That means implementing the dry programming principle. It is the main advantage of inheritance, and it also improving the code reusability. Yes, I am not reusing. I am not rewriting the code. I am just reusing the whatever the parent features, same child feature if you want. I am just reusing. I am not recoding. That is the improving the code reusability is the main advantage of inheritance. And also it has the multi-level instance is allowed in Java. That means multi-level instance means a child class can have its own child class as well as. That means a child class can be extended to the its own child class also. This is a multi-level inheritance also. It is achieved in Java, but multiple inheritance are not allowed in Java. Why means a class cannot be extend more than one class. That is the main drawback of multiple inheritance is not achieved in Java. But at some instant level, if I want to achieve the multiple inheritance in Java, I have the another mechanisms, and with the help of other mechanisms, I can able to achieve the multiple inheritance. And we will in going forward videos we will discuss how to achieve the multiple inheritance. And here is a small demo I want to give and explain it. We have the class and vehicle, and we have the within the class we have a public hop as a method, and same hump or whatever the properties of a car or a brand. Same brand I want to utilize with for the car feature also. So I just extended that vehicle class into the car and the public store, and then just I created an object for the car, and I just called with the object with the same method, because I have extended the vehicle. So I can acquire the same by creating the object to the child class. I am able to acquire the same properties of a parent class also, and I am able to utilizing here, and it shows the same parent and child relationship and the concept of inheritance. And the concept of inheritance it shows the concept of inheritance. Next we will go with polymorphism. Previously, as name itself shows, if you have the many one operation with the different forms, that means which is referred to the polymorphism. And polymorphism refers to the ability of a variable or an object or a function to take onto a multiple forms. For example, just I have taken a general example which we have in English language, like verb run has the different meaning. If you use it in a laptop or a foot race or a business, it is a run. But here we understand that the meaning of the run based on the words used along with it, the same also applies to the polymorphism. That means run has this same meaning, same same word, but we have the different meanings in the different laptop or a footrace or in a business. That means uh, we can understand here same concept is applying to the polymorphism also. Whatever the polymorphism mechanism in any language is same and is common, but we will see particularly what are the advantages and what we achieve within Java we using the polymorphism. Here are the few points, and I would like to discuss the few points what we achieve here polymorphism in Java. That means same method name is used in several times. That is the main example or main mechanism of polymorphism, and different methods of the same name can be called from the object. With the help of object, different methods with the same name can also be called using the polymorphism. And also all Java objects can be considered as polymorphic. At the minimum, they are of their own type and the instance of the object class. And also we have the examples as a static polymorphism in Java is the method overloading, and example of a dynamic polymorphism in Java is method overriding. That means method overloading, if you are doing method overloading means we are just loading the one method. That means within the class we are just loading the methods. We achieve the static polymorphism with method. We are just loading the one method from the another class, or we are just overriding the different methods. We will achieve the dynamic polymorphism. And here we have the some of the demo with the example of polymorphism. Just I have taken the example of animal, which has the public void animal sound system dot out, some animal making a sound. Just we know that animals, every animal makes a sounds, and I taken that property as an animal makes a sound as an example, and I just extended that animal with the pig, and which is a common for both the classes. Pig also, pig is one of the type or property of the animal. So that animal I extended here. Here we can see that that is the parent class and this is the child class. And here we have inheritance has achieved, but the same inheritance here we are achieving the same properties, and we are just loading in the different class. We are just overloading, and here we achieve the static polymorphism. And dog also have the same, and we are just overloading it, and I am just creating the object to the animals, and animals for three of them, and I am just calling with the same different objects, but with different class dog, pig and everything, and I am just acquiring the same behavior but different operations with the same method. And also I have achieved the same method with the different classes, and also with the different operations inside, and also same operations inside, and which achieve the static and dynamic polymorphism here. And this is the polymorphism mechanism what we are discussing, and it is the simple example you can understand here. Next, coming to abstraction. An abstraction is the act of representing the essential features without including the background details. Thus, it is true because we are not including any background details, just we are declaring the acting as a representation to the essential feature. Any feature, it is acting as a just essential, but we are not including whatever the background details is required. And also, it is a technique of creating a new data type that is suited for a specific application. For example, while driving a car, you do not have to be concentrated with its internal working, but we are just concentrating on the force of a steering wheel or wheel acceleration. Just it. If I want to drive a car, just I will not bother about the all the internal how the design has happened. Just I will utilize that car. Same like abstraction won't bother about what are the internally happening, what just it will show a design and it will be given as a utilization to the Java program. This is the best example for driving for the abstraction. How can we achieve the abstraction, the OOPS concept, and abstraction, how we are doing and how we are working in the abstraction and how it is helping in Java. Here is the few points I would like to explain. First point is it's a highest underlining the complexity of the data. Yes, just is whatever is the background is happening, it won't bother because we just declare the if it is the abstract class, we declare the abstract keyword and this is the abstract class, and it will only have the method, and if it is the abstract method, then we will declare the abstract keyword and just a method. We need not bother what the method will do internally and what we need to write complex code, or we need not bother, and we just declare the abstract methods. And also it's avoid repeating the code, as it will avoid if it is if it is abstract method, is a common method, it won't repeat. We will implementation we will do in another phase. So just it is avoiding the repeating the code if we are using the same method. And presentations only signature of the internal functionality. Yes, it will only present only signature of the internal functionality. It won't bother about the internally what happening, what method is calling, what data type is calling, what internally it won't bother. Just it will show and internal it will show only a signature or a method with the abstract keyword, and giving the flexibility to the program to change the implementation of the abstract behavior, as it is flexible to any programming to change the implementation, because abstract behavior will be common. So we can also achieve with the different types of abstraction, like a partial abstraction 0 to 100% can be achieved with the abstract class. Total abstraction 100% can be achieved with the interface. Commonly, if you see, if we have declared as a abstract class, it will achieve, it is varied based on the background implementation and also complexity and the way of its behavior is calling the background. That it will achieve the partial abstraction at 0 to 100%. If it is total abstraction, means only we will declare the abstraction can be achieved with the interface. Just we will do the interface with a common method, and implementation will not bother. With that we can achieve the total abstraction 100% can be achieved with the interface. And here is the small demo we have for the abstraction. And what I showed is the abstract class. If I want to any abstract class, I need to declare the abstract keyword. Here we see an abstract class must contain abstract keyword, and it is an abstract method. If you don't have any body or operation, you see here it won't bother any implementation what is happening behind the scenes. It won't bother. Just we will declare the abstract void. It won't return. That's why animal sound is taken an example of abstract class. And also if you seen the regular method in the same abstract class, it is bothering about the system.out.println, I need to print get something. Or if you want to sleep means, if you want to operate anything, any operations also we will declare here. But for the abstract class we won't declare that one. Just we are inheriting the same property of the animal into the pig, and we are just declaring the body of the animal. If you see that, just we are overloading these two methods with a subclass, and we are inheriting, and just I am creating a pig object, and just I am calling the both methods. If you see, this is the regular method and this is the abstract method, and with the help of abstract class we are not bothering. That means it is what are the properties we discuss. It is showing, just like it is hiding the underlying complexity of the data, helping the avoiding dictating the code. I need not to repeat the if I want annual. And also it achieves I did not use any interface, so it achieves 0 to 100% can be achieved. That means I can say it 90% of the abstraction can achieve, or 80% or 60%, because is here my requirement and my target is I need to acquire the animal sound as one of the behavior or one of the feature of the animal which can be achieved for the pig. So I can say I can achieve 80% because I am also achieving the regular of a sleep also. So 100% abstraction, direct abstraction is not happening, but indirectly, by inheriting their properties, by indirectly I am achieving C. So I can indirectly I can explain. And also I am declaring the abstract class as an animal, so I can say I can achieve some 90% or 80% of abstraction, not 100% of abstraction. Because if I declare it is an interface, I need not bother about the interface, and how we can achieve the 100% of the abstraction. 100% of the abstraction can be achieved. Hope you have understood the concept of abstraction are happening. And coming to encapsulation is the one more property of this concept, which is the wrapping of the data and code. In this OOPS concept, we have the variables of a class always hiding from the other class, and it can only be accessed using the method of the current class. For example, in school, a student cannot exit without a class. This is the best example of encapsulation. That means just we are wrapping the data and code, and we are utilizing and also we are always hidden from the other class what are the data code we are wrapping. That is the encapsulation behavior. And it is also, we can say, example small tablet, which is we covered with the tablet with the medicine inside the medicine, and it will act as a coverage and binding inside the medicine, but it will be powerfully working to anyone without affecting the side effects. Similarly, the encapsulation also will act as hiding the data and code. It won't affect to anyone, and it will act directly to wherever we required and whatever the feature we are implementing. This is the overall concept of encapsulation. But how the encapsulation in Java is acting means it is restricting the direct access to the data fields of a class. Just it is restricting, and also it acts fields are set to be private. And what are the fields we are declaring in the class? They are declared in the private, and also each field has a getters and setters. And also getter method return the field, but setter method will not return. And let us change the value of the field. That means we will change the value with the help of a setter method. Thus, we with all these properties we achieve the encapsulation, and we have the small demo here. This is the class, and we already told with the previously we have a person class that is which is if you see that this is the person class, and which has the string as a name, and also we have the public getter and setter which I discussed, and also we declared this name variable with a private. So so it cannot be accessed to the another class directly, but with the help of getters and setters we are able to access that the property of a name. So it definitely achieves whatever we discuss as a encapsulation. Just we are declaring the object to the person class, and I am just varying or setting the name with the help of a setter, and with the help of getter I am getting that name. And this is the concept of encapsulation which we discussed. Encapsulation is a wrapping the data or code, and which is hidden from the other class, and we are able to utilizing. And these are some of the properties restricting the direct access to the data fields of a class, and the fields are set to the private, and also which I have shown you. Each field has this set getters and setters, and getter method returns the field, and also setter methods let's change the value by field, which we discuss here. By setting the value we are changing, and by getters by getting the value we are changing, which is the concept of concept of encapsulation. And it's really very nice. This is the one phase we completed in the oops concept. One of the phase we completed in the oops concept, and this is the other phase, and some of the oops concepts also we have. Among those is one of the property, and association is the one of the oops concept which has a relationship between the two objects. That means with the two objects relationship can be achieved with the association. And we also it also defines as the diversity between the objects. In this oops concept all the objects are separated life cycle, and there is no owner. So for example, my students can be associated with the one teacher, while one student can also associate with the multiple teachers, which shows the concept of association. If you see how the association is working in Java, means two separate classes are associated through their objects. That means if I have previously we have seen the example as a person, and with the help of person I am able to access to the access to the some student class. I'm just creating the object to this person class, and I am maintaining the relationship between the two classes with the help of objects. If a person, and also we have the student, and also I am having the teacher as a one class, and I want to acquire the person class property and also student class property. I will create two objects to the person class and the teacher class, a person class and student class in the teacher class, and I will acquire the, and thus I am maintaining the two separate classes are associated from their objects, which is called a association. And also two classes are unrelated. That means the person and students are both are unrelated, can exist without the other one. Without the other one, without person I can have the student class, without student I can have the person class. So by separately I can achieve, so which shows the underlying, but both the classes relationship I can maintain. That is the concept of association. And also we can achieve the association with the one to one, one to many, many to one, many to many relationship. That means one to one relationship in the sense one class to another class. The person and student class is the one to A one-to-one relationship can be achieved. One-to-many relationship, many-to-one relationship, many-to-many relationship can also be achieved with the association. uh, that means if we have the relationship, what are that means I have the common database column. Person may be a student or a teacher or anyone can have. That's why those are relationship making in the person, which shows that one to many relationship. If you take a many to one relationship, the teacher is the one and is associated with the person as well as the student, which shows the one to many relationship. One to one relationship means the person and student both are relating, specifying, and the person is only one of the students, so it shows the one to one relationship. Many to many relationship means if the student and the person, the student may be a person and also the person, if so sorry if you've taken the person as an example, if we have the both the students and also teacher, so it may have the many to many relationship. We will see in the further videos in depth. And coming to another technique is the aggregation. In this technique, all objects have their separate life cycle. However, it has warned that child object cannot be belongs to the another parent object. For example, consider class and object. Class are an object of a department and teacher. Here, a single teacher cannot be belongs to a multiple departments. But even if we delete the department, the teacher object will never be destroyed. That is the aggregation operation. That means if we have the same object, department and class have the objects and classes, but if the single teacher cannot be belongs to multiple department, that means one teacher cannot belongs to the another different department. But if we delete the department, the teacher object will never be destroyed, because the teacher, whatever we have, the object is separated, and also the department, whatever we have, the separated, but we have the separate life cycle or intention or the objects. If I want a department by teacher, I will acquire the relationship between the one directional association with the has a relationship, and I will get the department by the teachers. If I delete the department, I the teacher information, what the teacher object or the property, I won't destroy. That need to be maintained. That mechanism or whatever we are maintaining is called the aggregation, which is the concept and one of the concepts of Hooke's concept. And here are the some of the properties. It is a one directional association. It is also, the aggregation is also called as one directional association, and it is also represents as a has a relationship between the two classes. That means it has a relationship with the with the another class. Only one class is depending on the other. Only one to it also says one direction association is one to one relationship. Also we can say here, but if you delete the department object, if you delete the anything, the two objects, if you delete the one object, the properties of another object won't be destroyed. That is the main thing we need to remember here. And the aggregation. And also another property is the composition. A composition is a specialized form of aggregation. That means one of the specialized form of aggregation. It is nothing but it is also called as depth relationship, and that means child object do not have the life cycle, so the parent object deletes all the child objects will also deleted automatically. That means, let's if you are taken a example as a house and rooms. Any house can have the several rooms. If one room can't become the part of different houses. So if you delete the house, rooms will also be deleted. This is the best example for the composition, and this is also specialized. Previously, if you delete one object, it won't affect to the other object. The quite opposite if you take in, if that means if one object have the dependency on the other object, and if you delete that object, the entire object will be deleted. That is the concept of composition. And how is the composition in Java we are maintaining? Means we are restricting. It is also a restricted form of aggregation. Yes, if you delete any object, the remaining object properties also will be deleted. Whatever we have the dependencies, and also it represents a part of relationship between the two classes. Yes, it is also if we have the two classes, it is also part of our relationship with the whatever the has, and both the classes have dependencies on each other. If one class ceases to exist, the other class cannot be survived alone. Yes, it must have the relationship. That means if you take a person as the same example previously we discussed, if the person object, if we are deleted, the teacher and also and the student what we discuss objects also will be deleted. That means it has the dependencies and part of relationship with the person, because the persons whatever is a teacher or a student, we are just maintaining the person class, and the person has some. If we deleted the person object, the entire student and also teacher objects will also deleted. This also we can take an object, or whatever we discuss. If we have the house and rooms, I have the house properties with the house properties with the class, and also room properties with the class. If I whatever the properties I have, we have the dependencies. Without house, the rooms we won't exist. Without house shaping or the mechanism, we don't have the rooms. So if we delete the house object, as we have the dependencies with the rooms, so the rooms object will also deleted. This is the best example for the composition. And these are the object-oriented designings which we discuss: association, aggregation, composition, and also we have the coupling, compression, and these are the main OOPS concept we have discussed. These are the special OOPS concepts and basic OOPS concept. Both we have discussed with examples clearly. Hope everyone has understand. And these are the copyrights from the URL I have explained with in detail with the examples and demos. Hope everyone has understood the OOPS concept. And if you have any queries, just add a comment, and we will discuss. And thank you in advance. Hope everyone has enjoyed the OOPS concept, and thank you very much. Be safe and have a good day. Goodbye to